Sophie's choice. That's what I get reminded of whenever I see this question. And I get reminded of Meryl Streep also from the movie. She happens to be one of my favorite actresses. Anyway, let's not digress from the topic. Yeah, let me come back to this. And why is this question Sophie's choice? Because this is the dilemma that everybody is facing these days. I mean, the CAT aspirants, the MBA aspirants. Should we? Shouldn't we? Karna hai? Nahi karna hai. If you decide to do it, okay, there's a lot of money that's going in. After that, okay, fine, you're somehow going to utilize your time. But then, are you going to get a good placement? Are you going to get campus life? That's where the dilemma comes in. If you don't do it, okay, fine, you're not going to put in the money, you're going to wait for another 1 or 2 years. But what if the pandemic doesn't go away, right? So, and what are you going to do till then? How are you going to utilize your time? In order to save some money, you are going to lose 2 or 3 years, productive years of your life. That is what we call Sophie's choice. So this is the big dilemma, guys. And yes, we are right now in the clutches of the pandemic, the so-called Dil Corona, which is refusing to go away. It's coming back with strain after strain. Kabhi third, kabhi fourth, kabhi ye, kabhi wo, right? So what are you supposed to do? That is why I'm sitting here today, just to kind of give you a sneak peek into that area. I'm Shabana Shahab. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a CAT VARC specialist on Unacademy. So let's move on without further ado. Before I get to the main topic, let me run you through these announcements. Iconic CAT 2021. What exactly is this? Well, it's a one-on-one mentorship program. So if you don't feel like studying, if you need somebody to do some kind of cajoling, you need somebody to motivate you, this is what you need. Then we have some ongoing batches with some of our experts. You can enroll if any of these suit you. India's biggest weekly scholarship test, 55 lakhs worth prizes. The name is self-explanatory. Bumper offer for CAT 2021, which is like if you take a 6-month subscription, you get the 7th month absolutely free. So that kind of keeps you in the safe zone till CAT. Acha hai. Go for it, guys. And then the final one, which is the IPMAT and Pba announcement from Unacademy. So these and many more things keep coming your way if you are a subscriber on Unacademy. I think that's a good bargain for you guys, right? Okay. But Unacademy का subscription तो तब लोगे ना when you first decide whether you want to go for CAT 2021 or not. करना है MBA इस साल या नहीं करना है. देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है. Now what happens is, see, you're sitting at home. You kind of keep procrastinating. Why? Because okay, after 6 months, life may come back to normalcy. The corona will somehow blow over. Somehow life will get back to normal. You'll start going to shopping malls. You'll start getting offline classes. And you'll start meeting your friends. Things are going to go back on track. So for the time being, it's not worth doing an MBA. You should just stay home. You should stay safe. You should keep Netflixing, Amazoning, and whatnot. If you guys think this is what I'm going to say, you're mistaken. No, I'm not going to say that. Because I, for one, do not believe in wasting time. Even if I get 2 hours extra, I believe in investing that time in something good. Even if it's something that you watch on Netflix or you read something, I believe in investing that in knowledge. Because I believe knowledge never goes waste. Let me tell you something. This happened about a fortnight back. You know, whenever I would open LinkedIn, always I would like come up with similar posts. Kaise posts? Interns sitting there at their desks, looking all smug and happy, chirpy, bubbly, like floating on cloud 9 types. And then there's like an array of things near them on the table. And then the post would read, I would like to thank Amazon. I would like to thank Google. I would like to thank, what was that? L'Oreal and so many other companies for the welcome pack. I would like to tell you guys I'm starting my internship with so and so company, with so and so company, and this is the welcome pack. I'm so looking forward to this, looking forward to that. Every single day this happened with me for I think about 12 to 14 days. And it reached a point when I kind of stopped going to LinkedIn. मैंने कहा यार जब जाओ तो almost a similar thing. But then it also set me thinking on these lines. I was like, oh, irrespective of the corona, the so-called corona, sir, life is moving on. The show is going on. ऐसा नहीं है कि सब अपने अपने घरों में हाथ पे हाथ रख करके बैठ गए हैं. Nobody is doing anything. The companies have stopped hiring. Companies are not producing anything. Goods and services have come to a standstill. No, life is going on, and these giants, the good companies, are actually going all out and hiring interns, and not just hiring, kind of sending goodie bags, welcome pack tha wo. Those were like ऐसा welcome packs अच्छा ये भी है ये भी है ये भी है. I would zoom in some days and like I would see, okay. So what I'm trying to say is the show goes on. So if the companies did not stop themselves from hiring interns, and you know what? These interns were always picked from the good B schools. This is what I always used to notice. NIMS, IMB, IMA, I don't even need to say, right? IMC, so सारे top IIMs plus NIMS, FMS, ये सारे आपके लिखे होते थे उनके नाम के साथ bracket में. I hope you got my point, right? So it funnels down to this, that even if life seems at a standstill now, it is not. People are moving on. Take the case of Unacademy. Ever since the pandemic struck, my life has become busier because offline classes stopped. First they reduced and then eventually stopped. And we were loaded with work from Unacademy, right? Unacademy refused to stop. So this is what I'm telling you. Please do not give up. Please think about going in for an MBA, because knowledge, you are going to invest in knowledge, guys. And in the words of Benjamin Franklin, a person whom I really admire, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. It never ever goes waste. So chalo, now we have decided, okay, fine, you are going to do MBA in CAT in 2021, sorry, and CAT is the most prestigious exam. So you need to take CAT. उसके बाद CAT के बाद you will decide उसके बाद के कौन से exams आपने देने हैं. It will all start with CAT, then you will go down to IFT. उसके बाद फिर आप NMAT देंगे जो last quarter के window में. उसके बाद फिर you may give SNAP, and उसके बाद ZAT आ जाता है आपका. Then you appear for CMAT and all. So what I'm trying to say is the series will go on. ठीक है? All that is decided. Fine, you're going to start filling the application forms, the exam forms. But don't you think you need to understand one thing before that? There's something called ROI, return on investment. I mean, if you take up an MBA program for 2 years, and if you foresee that, the dream of being an honorable intern at one of those honorable companies with like an honorable starter pack, if you set your sights on one of those things, you need to definitely graduate from a good B school. We all know that. Let's face the facts. If you do not graduate from a good B school, you may as well not do it. Because what happens these days is we have many and many MBAs, we have many and many engineers, and all of us are walking around with degrees in our hands. But the thing is, where? Who is going to give you the offer? So basically it boils down to this fact that if you are looking at that kind of a job, if you're looking at that kind of an opening in a prestigious company, you definitely need to graduate from one of the good B schools of the country. In order to graduate from one of the good B schools of the country, you need to appear for CAT or ZAT or the other prestigious exams, right? But what about the ROI? That is the return on investment. What about the money that you're going to shell out? Your parents are going to pay through their nose, or maybe let's say even if you take a loan, are you going to get that kind of a return on that? Is it worth it? That is what we are going to check now. And you have to decide after that. So how will this session help you guys? This will simply help you in kind of assessing which institute you can go for, how you can how you can take your ROI up by bringing your expenses down. This is what we are going to see now. All right, let me just give you a very simple calculation. Abhi to already I'm getting the jitters because calculation bole to maths bole to I start reeling, है ना. I'm a VARC person, but कोई बात नहीं, चलो इतना छोटा सा maths आप लोग के लिए कर ही देती हूँ. Fine. Now see guys, when you talk about ROI, what do you need? Factors क्या है उसमें जो आपको चाहिए? You need to know your current salary. I'm going to talk first about those people who are working currently. ठीक है, जो लोग वर्क नहीं कर रहे वो उसमें से वो चीजें निकाल दे सकते हैं. So people who are currently employed, you have your current salary, you need that figure. The second, you need the full cost, fees and expenses of the MBA program. So like, you know, if it runs for 2 years, whatever uska expense, you need that. Plus, if you have taken a loan, you need to factor the interest in. Okay, so that is the second point. Then calculate your opportunity cost. That is one thing which many students miss. They overlook that. What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is if you go out on a date with Champa and if Chameli had proposed to you, you are missing that. That is your opportunity cost. You go out on a date with Champa because you like Champa, but then Chameli, you could have gone out with Chameli and she could have taken you out in her Lamborghini, or she could have taken you out to some fancy 7-star, 5-star hotel for a cup of coffee. So those are the opportunity costs we are talking about. You need to factor that in as well. Over here, what is your opportunity cost? Abhi, you are currently employed. You're going to leave your work and you're going to do your 2-year MBA. Over those 2 years, 24 months की salary, that is your opportunity cost. वो कहाँ जाएगा? Ignore तो नहीं कर सकते हैं ना? So that has to be penciled in. Okay, and the last one, you need your expected post MBA salary. Bhai, if you're going to leave your job now, if you're going to forego your salary for the next 24 months, obviously you have something in mind that you're going to make a leap from this salary to some big salary. Obviously, you're not looking at a situation like from the frying pan into the fire kind, you know. पहले इतना था, अब like or worse off or like or on par, वैसा नहीं चाहिए. You need something better, right? So these things are what you need to consider before you sit down to calculate your ROI. ROI कोई बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं है. Had it been something very difficult, I would not have been able to calculate it. Take my word for it. Okay. Now let's do the simple math. बहुत simple है. You need your current earnings. That is pre-MBA salary. Abhi, at present, let's say there's a student, Sushil. He is earning 6 lakh, 6 lakh per annum. 6 lakh per annum बोले तो भाई simple math है. आप उसको divide कर लो 12 महीनों से. ठीक है? So after that you are going to go for two year full time MBA. ठीक है, and that is advertised at 11 lakh per year. So 6 plus 11 आपका हो गया, right? Salary plus fees. Salary आपका you're going to forego for 2 years, mind you. 6 plus 11 नहीं है. You have to first keep 2 years का. 6 plus 6 12 lakhs हो गया इधर. The thing that I'm going to forego. 11 lakhs मेरा 1 year का fees है. Considering I do it from IIM B or even IIM A, 23-24 lakhs, something of that sort, right? So I'm not like very far away from the track. Okay, fine. So 11 lakh is for 2 years, sorry, 1 year. You do it for 2 years, 22 lakhs. Okay? So 6 ka 2 years, you're going to forego 12 lakhs and then either 22 lakhs. So you add 12 plus 22, that is 34 lakhs. ये आपका cost है. Plus, if there is some kind of interest over the loan or something, you need to add to that. But let's say you were born in Ambani or Tata home with a silver spoon in your mouth or something, so you don't need to worry about the loan. है ना? पप्पा fund कर देंगे. All right. Next, You need to take your predicted post MBA salary to work out how long it will take to pay back the 34 lakh. Predicted post MBA salary बोले तो भाई, suppose we graduate from IIM Bangalore. Sushil था हमारा hero, sorry, I forgot. Let's go back to Sushil. हाँ. So Sushil envisages, he dreams of graduating from IIM Bangalore, and he thinks that he's going to get a salary of, let's say, 18 lakh per annum. Okay? इतना तो आना भी चाहिए. Like 18 to 24 lakh is something that you can expect. Average, I would say, even if like you're like an average student at IMB. Okay, Sushil, I hope you're listening to this. All right. So you need to take your expected post MBA salary, and then you need to first calculate how many years it's going to take you to pay back this 34 lakh जो अभी हमने lump sum बना के रखा है. Getting it? पहले तो वो करना होगा ना भाई, because so long you are in the red. So long you are in debt, your ROI doesn't kick in. So first let that thing go out. Okay, so what do you do now? So your post MBA salary, let's say it's 18 lakh per annum, and that was an increase of 12 lakh. ठीक है, आपका उस पे 6 lakh आपका originally था per annum का, and now we are talking about 18 lakh per annum. So you have an increment of 12 lakh per annum. That is your actual increase. Gain तो आपका उतना ही हुआ है ना सुशील? I mean, you are anyway earning now. You are earning 6 lakh per annum. So you are not kind of losing anything. Fine. So we have to check your actual gain. Now, if we talk of actual gain, that is 18, जो 2 साल बाद होगा, minus 6 lakh that we are talking about, 12 lakh per annum. That is your actual gain. Now, what do? You divide your total cost, जो lump sum हमने बना के रखा 34 lakh, by your uplift, not by 18 lakh. 18 lakh वो लोग करेंगे जिन लोगों ने अभी जॉब नहीं छोड़ना है, ठीक है? People who are not currently employed. So we divide it by 12 lakh, which is your actual gain, and then you can see उसमें कुछ आता है आपका 2.88 something आएगा. Don't ask me to calculate that now. I'm warning you. So close to 3 years. For 3 years, you will be in the red. Once you complete those 3 years, you will be in the black. Means you will be free of debt. जो कुछ भी आपने देना था, निकालना था, सब हो गया आपका. After that, your MBA ROI will start kicking in, my dear friends. Then we need to calculate the MBA ROI. I hope so far it's clear. इससे ज़्यादा इस टाइम पे अगर आप questions पूछेंगे तो फिर मैं confused हो जाऊंगी. कौन सा math किधर था, कौन सा calculation किधर था, and then I'll feel jittery and frazzled. All right, so I hope so far so good. This much picture is clear. Let's proceed. Now, we got that figure. ठीक है? The figure is like आपका 3 साल के बाद it's going to kick in and whatever. Now, you need to calculate your ROI for 5 years. This happens after 3 years आपका जब आप when you finally come in the black. Now you take your post MBA salary, that is 18 lakh, and multiply it by 5 years. Why? Because you want to see that ROI for 5 years. है ना? 5 साल का, 1 साल का कौन निकालता है? कोई भी नहीं करता है. 1 साल का, 6 महीने का, अच्छा चलो ना तेरी ना मेरी 8 महीने का निकाल लिया, ऐसा कोई नहीं करता है. You calculate for a lump sum, 5 years or 10 years देखते हैं. Because if you join a company and a reputed company, at least think of giving it 4 to 5 years. You can't be a job hopper. ऐसा. All right. So multiply it by 5 years, 18 lakh, which equals 90 lakh. Just short of 1 crore. Okay, 10 short of 1 crore. Fine. Then you need to subtract 5 years of your pre-MBA salary. क्यों? क्योंकि हम 5 साल का calculate कर रहे हैं ना. Wait here. Don't get confused. Why do we need to subtract 5 years? I'll tell you. Because 90 lakh जो आपने बोला है for 5 years, this is not your actual thing. The actual thing is आपको जो पहले मिल रहा था, right? So आपको पहले मिल रहा था, which was like okay 30. Fine, for 5 years. 6 lakhs per year का था, 6 5s are 30. ठीक है? That was what you were already getting. Just subtract that from 90. Now we get 60 lakh. This is your actual benefit. That is the final figure that we come down to. That is your actual benefit once you are out of the red and in the black, once your ROI kicks in. Once you see it for 5 years, this is your actual benefit, 60 lakhs. All right. Now what do? टेक अवे द कॉस्ट. 34 lakhs याद है, हमने एक विलन सा फिगर बना करके रखा था, और अगर इंटरेस्ट है तो ऐड करो उस पे, है ना? So you take away the cost of the MBA from this last total. So 60 lakhs minus 34 lakhs, you get your 26 lakhs ka amount, which is your ROI on this much investment, and this is a figure for 5 years. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. It does to me. Despite the fact that I'm totally weak in maths, this is like pretty simple. कोई भी अगर आप कोई भी काम का ROI बनाने के लिए बैठेंगे तो obviously this is what you do, right? You have to first target your actual benefit, net जिसको कहते हैं, right? So far so good. Now comes the question. If we are targeting a good ROI, that means we need to bring down the investment. Now, if we need to bring down the investment, so we shouldn't take a loan, student's loan or something, है ना? तो क्या करें? Bank लूटे, heist, money heist, jokes apart. Now we come back to this thing. So what you have to do is you have to look for institutes which give you either a phenomenal pay packet at the end. Okay, you join that particular institute, you move to the other end of the spectrum, and then you move out, you walk out with a phenomenal pay packet in your hand, your appointment letter. Okay, that is one thing that you can look at. So let's say we join IIM Bangalore at 23 lakhs for 2 years. When you move out, you have to have something phenomenally big in your hand, right? For that you can't afford to be the backbencher. ठीक है? You need to be, ये backbench पे रह के भी आप पढ़ लो, उसमें कोई वो नहीं है. मैंने backbench पे रह के भी किसी तरह पढ़ाई कर ली थी. But then yes, you need to focus on your studies. That is what I'm trying to say. So if you join IIM Bangalore, that's not going to be enough. If you want to be the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop who walks away with one of the best packages, you need to do something solid for that. Right? So पहले तो वो अपना frame of mind सही करिए कि once I reach IIM Bangalore, after that it will be party, ये हम है, ये हम पावड़ी कर रहे हैं. No, it's not going to be that. You need to really put your head down. You need to burn the midnight oil and do it. ठीक है? That is one thing which will get you a good ROI. The other thing is you go for an institute which kind of charges you less. Fees कम. ठीक है? So वो fees कम अगर आपकी होगी, then definitely, and if those institutes give you a good package, okay, maybe not a very good package, but take a good package, a decent package. So even then your ROI is going to be good, right? So this should be your target. This is how you should analyze this particular scenario and think कि मुझे या तो ये करना है if I am a very good student. Let me pay through my nose and get into IIM Bangalore. Let me pay that amount, and then I'm going to make sure that I get the best pay package over there. Otherwise, let me target, no, I know, I can't do that. I can't be the best. Okay, fine. So let me target a particular institute which is giving me a good ROI in the other way. Now, when I talk about the other institutes, I'm not talking about like category C or category D institutes. No. I'm talking about some institutes which charge you less, but then they give you a decent pay package. Let me show you just a few names so that you can get an idea. Some of the best ROIs in the country are offered by FMS Delhi, Faculty of Management Studies, that is. Second, JBIMS, Mumbai, Jamnalal Bajaj. Third, IRMA, Anand, that is in Gujarat. I had a few students who had gone to IRMA and they used to like literally rave over it. So if you are interested in agriculture, rural management and all, maybe you can make a beeline for IRMA. Then we have two very interesting institutes, IIT Kharagpur and IIT Delhi. That's the talk of the town these days. It's the buzzword. Not every, I would say, but many MBA aspirants are kind of talking about IITs. Why? Because IITs these days are offering you a pay package, average pay package, I would say, of about 18 to 19 lakhs. And the investment over there is pretty low. So those are some very good options that you can target. That brings me to the end of this session because I have given you a clear picture. of what ROI is, how you can take your ROI to a certain level by either working on your investment or kind of doing the best and going for like one of the best pay packages in the industry. I have told you how to analyze your situation. I have motivated you to, yes, go ahead with your MBA if you have plans. Even if it's there in the nascent stage and you have been deliberating over it, come out of that zone, guys. Go for it because it's really, really going to be good. This is the right time. You don't need to worry about other things. There won't be any hassle. You can just sit back, join online classes. Online इसलिए बोल रही हूँ क्योंकि ऑफलाइन तो कोई दे नहीं रहा. आप ये मत सोचिएगा कि मैं जबरदस्ती Unacademy का अपना promotion कर रही हूँ. No, nothing of that sort. Online is the best thing these days and it's the future also. That's why I would say, please go for online classes, coaching or whatever. आपको कहीं और से पढ़ना है, कहीं और से पढ़ो, but please think of doing MBA because it's really good. It's going to be a good bet for your money. And yes, when we talk about online classes, who can refute this? That Unacademy offers some of the best courses, whether it's like batch courses or plus courses, special classes or quizzes and whatnot. So if you are looking for the success mantra, that is join Unacademy. That is my message in the end, and it will always be my message in the end because that is what I believe in. The key for that is Shabana Life. That is my referral code. So if you're planning to take a subscription on Unacademy, use my referral code. Come over to my classes. The fun that we have with VARC in my classes cannot be explained in words. You need to join the class and experience it for yourself. All right, guys. So on that positive note, I would like to call it a day. Take care. Be safe. All the very best and do well wherever you go. Thank you.